Monday this week is going to be a little different. We're taking a break from what we are usually studying to focus on the election, which is next week. First off is the warm-up, which is what does it mean to be a Democrat or a Republican, or what does either party stand for. So if you don't entirely know the differences between Republican or Democrat, what are some things that you know each side argues for? Try your best. From there, we have the political issues survey, and this was made to get your opinion on the issues. So in the survey, you'll be asked to choose between two perspectives on political issues, one from the Democratic Party and the other from the Republican Party. The opinions will be left unlabeled so you can focus on what your opinion on the matter is. So, for example, the first one is on gun control. If you're not sure what this means, we have a brief little explanation and some helpful information. If you're pretty comfortable with it, you can skip right ahead to the question, which is, when it comes to gun control, I believe that A, gun control is necessary and guns should be restricted, or B, gun control is unconstitutional and responsible people should be able to purchase guns as they choose. Now, when you do that, let's say that you don't really have a super big opinion on either one, that's okay. If you don't 100% believe in either one, that is okay. Just pick which option you think is better. There is 10 total questions, so it should really only take you about 10 to 15 minutes at the very most. When you are done, you move on to today's assignment, which is what each party stands for. And what you do here, your learning targets are that you can identify where you stand on key political issues. So this is about you and how you feel about these issues. And then you can identify and explain which issues mean the most to you. So before you watch the video, do you identify as a Republican or Democrat? Why or why not? If you don't identify as either, please just explain why. How would you describe someone who is a Republican? And how would you describe someone who is a Democrat? And then you have a video to watch here. If the video doesn't work for any weird Google Internet formatting reasons, click here to the YouTube link. And then when you are done watching the video, after the video, do you feel differently about the two parties? Explain your answer. How would you describe liberal or Democratic beliefs? And how would you describe conservative or Republican beliefs? Before you are done for the day, we are asking you to do the exit ticket, which basically asks you, after learning about all the different issues Republicans and Democrats are fighting over during the 2020 election, choose one issue that matters the most to you and explain why you think it's the biggest issue of the 2020 election. So, you might have very little opinions, you might have a lot of opinions, but try to think of yourself and what would impact you in your life. And then you don't necessarily even need to give an opinion on it. So let's say you have a super strong opinion on gun control. You don't have to tell us which side that you lean if you're not comfortable, but you can say why it is the biggest issue for you. So you could say, well, I care the most about the environment because, and then you just kind of explain why you think focusing on the environment will have the biggest impact on your life or why you are passionate about that subject. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out to your social studies teacher.